Hi, my name is Sean Fagan. I'm the product manager at Lightspeed Technologies. Thank you for your purchase of the REDCAT. Today I'm going to walk you through the general setup and use of the REDCAT so that you can begin using your new system as quickly and easily as possible. So first of all, we will just go ahead and open the box and take a look at what's inside. The first thing you'll see when you open up the box is the main REDCAT component. So we'll go ahead and lift that out, and underneath we'll see the additional components as part of the system, which includes things like the microphone, the power supply, the power cord. So one by one I'll go ahead and take those components out, and we'll open them up and we'll lay them out here on the table so we can take a better look. Now that we have everything unboxed, we can take a little bit closer look at all that's included in the box. So of course you have your main REDCAT unit, sort of the heart of the system. As well, in addition, you have the red mic, which is the microphone that the teacher will wear. The power supply, which is what plugs into the REDCAT itself, along with your AC power cord that plugs into the main AC outlet. You have the microphone charger and power supply for the charger, which is what the red mic actually will drop into for your daily charging. And then finally you have your instruction manuals. Included in this little sleeve you have both the full instruction manual as well as a quick start poster, which is essentially what I'm walking through today, so that's a good reference tool to refer to assist with the initial setup. The first thing that we do is we need to decide where are we going to put the REDCAT. So there's a few different criteria you need to pay attention to. Ideally we want to put the REDCAT towards the back of the room, in the center of that back wall, or along one of the side walls. The proper positioning is pretty critical in terms of both distribution of the sound, so that you can ensure all the students hear equally, as well as the reception pickup of the infrared transmission from the microphone. So we want to make sure that we pick an optimal position, but the thing that you really need to be concerned with is when I look at the back of the classroom on the side wall, where is the access to the power? So we'll go ahead and select a position in this room, which would be essentially on a side wall. I'll put it on a bookcase or a cabinet, something approximately 3 to 6 feet high, or 1.5 to 2 meters, something like that. So we'll set the REDCAT down. The next thing we need to do is plug it in. So I will locate the power supply as well as the power cable, and we'll go ahead and unwrap this. Now that we've unwrapped the power cables, we can go ahead and plug the AC power cable into the main power supply. So we just take the end and push it in there, make sure it clicks on you. We'll take the other end and we'll plug it into the wall, and the AC outlet over here in the wall. The other end, of course, plugs directly into the REDCAT. So we'll turn this around, and on the underside down here you'll see a connector that says DC power input. So we'll go ahead and plug that into there. And now the power supply brick itself is actually designed to go right in the little cavern here of the REDCAT. There's a piece of Velcro with a sticky side to it so you can secure it for more permanent use. So we'll go ahead and turn it around to the side, and basically at this point we just flip the switch and turn the REDCAT on. Power switch there at the bottom. When you turn it on, it'll turn red to indicate that it's ready to go. So now that we've done that, we can actually move on to the microphone. So I'll go ahead and grab the microphone as well as the charger for the microphone. This is what the teacher wears. We call it the red mic. The red mic has a rechargeable battery that requires daily charging into this cradle charger. So the red mic can just set into there, and then you'll take the power supply and actually plug that cradle charger into the wall. The cradle charger can be placed anywhere in the room. It could be placed next to the REDCAT as we have it here, or it could actually be placed over by the teacher desk, so it's more convenient for that teacher to use it. The first thing we need to remember about the red mic is actually to remove this little yellow tab. That tab is in there to ensure that the battery doesn't discharge during shipment. So we'll go ahead and slide the battery door down just a little bit so that we can remove that tab. Now it is ready for operation. So now we're ready to go ahead and put the microphone on. I'll take the lanyard and place it around my neck. We need to then adjust the lanyard appropriately. So I'll go ahead and get in the back and pull the lanyard tight. Optimum positioning for the microphone is really critical to the system performance. So the way we want to position it is so that the top of the microphone lands just about my collarbone. So right about here is okay. We'll go ahead and turn the microphone on. There's a power button right here on the side. Simply press the button. A blue light will go on to indicate the microphone is operating. And then we need to go ahead and set the volume so that it's appropriate for the room. As I come back over here to the REDCAT, we'll notice there's actually two volume controls for the microphone. One's channel A, one's channel B, depending on whether you have one or two microphones with your system. The primary microphone will be set to channel A, so that's the one we'll focus on today. And then if you have a second microphone, channel B is the same operation. So typically we have that set at about 8 o'clock on the dial. That's normal for most rooms, but we want to make sure it works for this room. So it's best to have a second person in the room so that they can listen as you're talking to make sure, on the other side of the room my voice is still the appropriate level. One thing to really remember about setting the volume properly is that a classroom audio system is not designed to make yourself louder actually, but to evenly distribute your voice throughout the room. So if I'm across the room and I'm talking to the mic, I can clearly hear myself coming out of this. It's probably a little bit too loud. It means it's too loud for the students too, so we can go ahead and turn that down just a little bit. So once we have that audio set appropriately, the system is really set up and ready for use. So now we'll just take off the microphone from around my neck. We'll turn it off, and I'll put it back in the charger so that we can get it charged up overnight. That ensures that it's going to be ready now for our first full day of use. Typical charge on a microphone will last all day, about 7 to 8 hours, and then we just plug it in and it charges overnight to get a fully charged. So that's it. Your system is ready to go. Thank you for your time today. If you have any questions, please contact your local Lightspeed representative.